Some people get all the cushy jobs on Sunday M, and Laura is head of that queue. Now, it's the storyline that's causing headlines in the real world and putting the fear of God into some of the residents of Red Rock, as Sergeant Angela Tyrrell battles to save her son Connor from heroin. Will his toxic relationship with that vixen, Rachel, be his undoing?
Ivan is passionate about this particular one. Joining us now to discuss this hard-hitting storyline are actors Andrea Irvine and Darragh Toole. But before we have a chat to them, let's take a quick look at an exclusive scene from one of next week's episodes. And I have to warn you, this clip may not be suitable for younger eyes or ears.
Can't seem to get away from you.
Keep going, it's all yours. What are you doing? Alright, don't panic. I wasn't going to take it. I was only thinking about it. Look, there's just a lot of bad stuff going on in my head right now. I just needed a hit. It's just a once off, I swear.
Such a liar.
Look, after what happened with Dooley, and then you, things got on top of me. You know, but today's the end of it. I'm not a regular user, I swear to God.
Well, let's see what your mommy has to say about it.
Why would you do that?
Well, you haven't exactly been loyal to me.
She is a bad article, that one.
She's a toxic influence.
No, she had Sergeant Brian before, and now we have this. Connor, yes. I'm going to give out to you because you were off the heroin, you'd gone into rehab, you got a job in the cafe.
It was all going well.
And then this friend Dooley, and then you did a pity party, you blamed yourself for the whole thing over the tenor. What happened to you?
Yeah, I don't know, I just, the culmination of a couple of things together, you know, and...
You acted it fantastically.
Yeah,
but basically, I suppose, was there much research into the storyline? Because, you know, you were at the clinic and the way your former friends met you coming out of it, and you were cautioned and the therapy to stay away from your former friends, Dooley and so on.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of research that went into it because, I mean, there's quite a transition to play that kind of heroin addict, you know, and get it right. But the research department in Red Rock have been great, you know, sending you video clips and online forums of, you know, addicts online, and you get to see first-hand accounts. And I watched a lot of films as well, so yeah.
And you really brought us into that sofa where the last scene we saw was you shooting up.
Yeah, it was. That seemed to kind of really hit home with a lot of people. Like, it really was kind of impactful, so that was good. But yeah, I mean, the research, I think that's the most important thing to...
Did you not feel you were letting your mother down? Because you were letting your mother down.
Yeah, I was,
I'm not entirely happy with you. Like, you're a bit harsh at times. You know what I mean? But no, you're brilliant and so on. And you and Tommy might be getting back together again. I'm looking at you're very hard on him. You give him no slack at all. He's driving the taxi every hour God made, and you're just giving him the hard cheek because he was in love with some other mom.
Is that Ivan is really invested in the show?
Yes, I can tell. I can tell. He's determined to blame the women.
You know,
my husband was having the affair, but anyway, it was my fault.
That's right. The point here was, in the Garda station, when you were giving evidence about Dooley, it'd be better you didn't mention that you're a former drug addict. The whole issue of middle-class parents sort of saying, well, this is kind of poverty-stricken, this is exclusion,
it's embarrassing.
Abuse. Yes,
yeah. Well, I think there's... you know, the fear of the stigma, there's a kind of shame. There's definitely a disbelief as in, how could this be happening to us? This always happens to someone else. This happens to a particular class of people that we think of. How could this be happening to us? And especially that she's a police sergeant. I don't think she can believe it. So she enters into that whole thing of, we'll control it, we'll sort it out, and we'll not be open and honest about it. You know, and that causes even more problems then, obviously.
That's tough for Connor, because when you're in rehab, it's all about being open and honest, and then he comes home and it's like you're in New York on a law internship and you've got to hide it all, and it's a complete contradiction to what he's being told in rehab. So
of course, because you don't want to bring shame on the family, particularly in the role that Mum does in the show.
Yeah.
The other thing is the entire series, we're into the second series now, it gives a great insight to the cops. Most of the things I know about security, I pick it up from Red Rock. I don't have to read crime reports or anything like that. But you've had the whole story about Podge and BD, and you've had the other stories. One of the latest ones is the super, and he's trying to organise a grass, and you know, the impact that Dooley's death had on you and all this kind of thing. Where do you get all this? This is the way Gardaí behave stuff, because it's a great insight for punters.
Yeah, no, it's we have a former superintendent, I think, who's an advisor to the show,
Right?
And he kind of tells us stories, and writers go home and bring up this incredible.
Because there's never been a series like that, which it really brings you inside the Garda station.
Yeah, well, I think the aim has been to make them into human beings who have lives, and that there's no attempt to paint some kind of ideal picture, or actually what's happened in a lot of Irish drama where they all look a bit daft and incompetent. Actually, I think that's happened as well. So it's just to make it complex, complicated, human, you know,
and
within trying to do this.
Real life, I suppose.
This very public service.
Yeah.
Now, it's the first homemade soap in 20 years in the entirety of Ireland. You won the IFTAs. Tell us how good is that?
Great. Yeah, I mean, the first year to win 3 IFTAs was incredible. You know, it's a credit really to everyone, because everyone really works so hard, and yeah, it's just amazing.
We're seeing it there. The great night, Angie.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, I don't know your real name.
That's
sorry.
fine. That's fine, Andrea. No, it's absolutely brilliant, because you know, and particularly the awards that were won, you know, the People's Choice and Best Soap, and they're the team awards, and I think they're just a great celebration of what has been achieved so far in. You know, it's such early days. It's a very new show, and to have achieved this
also,
at this point.
now, are you ready for this kind of international fame, Andrea? Because there's an Amazon Prime deal has been done, which means Red Rock goes global ultimately.
Yeah, no, our American audiences are.
It's a huge opportunity, isn't it?
I don't know if it quite works like that, but yeah, no, I mean, they haven't, TVs haven't announced it officially yet, so you know we can't say too much, but. Again, it's astonishing and wonderful.
And it means there's going to be 4 series, isn't that right? 4 years, that's what I read.
I think they can air it over the first...
It seems we do.
Does it take up all your time? Like, I've seen you've been in theatre and different success stories. Do you have a career outside of Red Rock?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to work on a good couple of projects over the summer when we wrapped in June, and I have an upcoming project with an American director next summer that I'm looking forward to. So
congratulations.
Yeah, well, it's early.
A movie,
it's early days in at the moment, but it's a director called Christopher Mackin, and he's got it in front of people at Fox at the moment. So it's. Yeah, I was Skyping him the other day.
Are you treading the boards?
No. I Red Rock's the only thing I'm doing at the moment. I've got family as well, so certain times of the year, like summertime, it's tougher for me to work and that. So
when the kids are not in school.
Yeah.
Where is Red Rock at the moment? Because when I was there during the summer, it was Christmas time. So at what time is Red Rock in now?
As in what we're shooting, or what you're watching?
What you're shooting now.
What we're shooting now, we've gone into. Is it winter? Yes,
so
it
it's
is.
next year, is
it?
Yeah,
Series 2 starts.
Just fascinates me that they're so far ahead.
Yeah, we would be February, March.
Okay.
Because what's happening now is in the lead up to Christmas, actually in the show. So.
I'm your biggest fan. Now, you have words with that Rachel. She's a proper... I couldn't say on television how bad she is. Congratulations. Great story on the heroine, and keep it up.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Thank you. Now, still to come, former Taoiseach John Bruton will be joining us this morning.
And we'll have some exclusive figures from daft.ie about how railway lines can impact on the price of your property in Dublin.
See you in a few.